Question 1. Remedies in contract law. During a comprehensive review of a process that needs improvement, a construction company enters into a contract to build a luxury apartment complex. Due to unforeseen global supply chain disruptions, the cost of materials skyrockets, making it financially unfeasible for the contractor to complete the project at the originally agreed price. The contractor requests a price adjustment, but the client insisting on contract enforcement. The contractor subsequently stops work and breaches the contract. What remedy is the client most likely to seek, and under what legal principle? A. Compensatory damages. To place the client in the position they would have been had the contract been performed as promised. B. Reliance damages. To recover expenses incurred in preparation for the contract's performance. C. Specific performance. To force the contractor to complete the project at the originally agreed price. D. Restitution. To prevent the contractor from unjustly benefiting from partial performance. Answer A. Compensatory damages. To place the client in the position they would have been had the contract been performed as promised. Legal explanation. The client's most likely remedy is compensatory damages, which aim to make the injured party whole by covering their actual losses. Compensatory damages are designed to put the non-breaching party in the same financial position they would have been in had the contract been fulfilled. Restatement. Second, Contracts SS 347. Courts typically do not grant specific performance in cases involving construction contracts because monetary damages are seen as an adequate remedy. City Stores Company v. Ammerman 266F, Sup. 766, 1967. Reliance damages, option B, are only appropriate when expectation damages are too uncertain, which is not the case here. Restitution, option D, is used when the breaching party unjustly benefits at the expense of the other party, which is different from compensating the injured party for their loss. Thus, the correct answer is compensatory damages. Quantify and restore the client's financial losses from the contractor's breach. Question 2. Remedies in tort law. In a high-stakes environment where multiple challenges arise simultaneously, a pharmaceutical company releases a new drug without fully disclosing all known side effects. Several patients suffer severe, permanent injuries as a result. The patients file a class action lawsuit against the company. What is the most likely remedy that the court will consider, and what legal doctrine justifies this remedy? A. Nominal damages. Awarded when legal wrong has occurred but no substantial harm is proven. B. Punitive damages, intended to punish the company for gross negligence or intentional misconduct. C. Liquidated damages, pre-agreed amount in the contract specifying compensation for harm. D. Injunctive relief, to prevent the company from selling the drug in the future. Answer B. Punitive damages, intended to punish the company for gross negligence or intentional misconduct. Legal explanation. In cases where defendant's conduct is deemed grossly negligent or reckless, courts may award punitive damages to punish the wrongdoer and deter similar behavior in the future. BMW North America Inc. v. Gore 517 U.S. 559, 1996. Punitive damages apply when defendant acts with willful disregard for safety or engages in fraudulent or deceptive practices, as seen in cases of product liability and defective drugs. Restatement. Second of Torts SS 908. Nominal damages, option A, are only awarded when harm is minimal, which is not applicable in case of severe injuries. Liquidated damages, C, apply only if the contract specifies an amount payable in case of breach, which does not apply to tort-based claims. Injunctive relief, option D, is possible but would only prevent future sales, not compensate injured victims. Thus, punitive damages are the most appropriate remedy, as they punish the company's misconduct and serve as deterrent for future violations. Question 3. Equitable remedies. Rescission and reformation. While investigating complicated issue between different parties, real estate investor discovers that the seller of property deliberately concealed serious structural defects in the home, including faulty foundation and extensive termite damage. The investor seeks legal action to remedy the situation. What is the most appropriate legal remedy, and under what legal doctrine? A. Compensatory damages, to reimburse the buyer for the cost of repairing the defects. B. Reformation, to modify the contract's terms to account for the undisclosed defects. C. Rescission, to cancel the contract and restore both parties to their original positions. D. Specific performance, to require the seller to fix the structural defects. Answer C. Rescission. To cancel the contract and restore both parties to their original positions. Legal explanation. The best remedy in cases of fraudulent misrepresentation in contract is rescission, which cancels the agreement and returns both parties to their pre-contractual positions. Restatement. Second of Contracts SS 164. Rescission is justified under contract law when the misrepresentation is material and affects essence of the agreement. Lanzetta v. Leisner Realty, 832 NY. S. Todd 94, 2007. Compensatory damages option A could cover repair costs, but they do not undo the fraudulent contract itself. Reformation option B is used when there is mutual mistake, not intentional fraud. Here, the seller knowingly misrepresented the facts. Specific performance option D is used to enforce contracts as written, but courts do not compel sellers to make repairs in fraud cases. Fraud invalidates consent. Rescission is the best remedy, as it nullifies the contract and restores fairness to the harmed party. Question 4. During a major transformation where existing methods must be reconsidered, a company enters into multiple contracts to streamline its supply chain. One of the suppliers fails to deliver critical components on time, causing substantial financial losses. The company sues for damages, claiming that the supplier's breach of contract entitles it to both compensatory and punitive damages. The supplier argues that punitive damages are available in contract law and that the damages claimed are speculative. Given the applicable principles of contract law, which of the following is the most accurate legal outcome? A. The company can recover both compensatory and punitive damages, as the supplier's delay caused substantial harm. B. The company can recover only compensatory damages, as punitive damages are generally not awarded in contract cases. C. The company cannot recover any damages, as the losses were speculative and not reasonably foreseeable. D. The company can recover nominal damages only, as there was no actual economic loss. Answer. B. The company can recover only compensatory damages, as punitive damages are generally not awarded in contract cases. Explanation. Under contract law, compensatory damages are designed to put the injured party in the position they would have been in had the contract been performed as agreed. These damages include both direct and consequential damages if they were foreseeable at the time of contracting. Hadley v. Baxendale, 854. Punitive damages, however, are typically unavailable in breach of contract cases unless the breach involves a separate tort such as fraud or bad faith conduct. Restatement. Second of Contracts SS 355. Option A is incorrect because punitive damages are not awarded in breach of contract cases unless an independent tort is involved. Option C is incorrect because damages in contract law are recoverable as long as they are foreseeable and not overly speculative. Option D is incorrect because nominal damages apply only when breach occurs without actual financial loss, which is not the case here. Question 5. In a high-stakes environment where multiple challenges arise simultaneously, a landowner discovers that a developer has constructed part of a building on their property without permission. The landowner seeks an equitable remedy to remove the encroachment. The developer argues that monetary damages should suffice and that removing the structure would be excessively burdensome. Under property law principles, which remedy is the most appropriate? A. Specific performance, requiring the developer to purchase the land. B. Permanent injunction, requiring the developer to remove the structure. C. Compensatory damages to compensate for the encroachment. D. Nominal damages, since the landowner still has full use of their property. Answer. B. Permanent injunction, requiring the developer to remove the structure. Explanation. Under property law, when a party builds on another's land without permission, the landowner may seek a permanent injunction to compel removal of the structure. Courts typically favor injunctive relief in encroachment cases unless monetary damages would be an adequate remedy. Peterson v. Friedman, 1987. Option A is incorrect because specific performance applies in contract disputes, not in cases of encroachment. Option C is incorrect because compensatory damages may not be adequate if the encroachment significantly impacts property rights. Option D is incorrect because nominal damages apply when there is no significant harm, which is not the case here. Question 6. When implementing new protocols in a shared environment, a company enters into a contract for software development. The contract includes a liquidated damages clause stating that if the developer fails to deliver on time, the company is entitled to a set amount per day of delay. A developer misses the deadline by 2 months and argues that the liquidated damages clause is unenforceable. Under contract law, when is a liquidated damages clause enforceable? A. If the liquidated damages amount is a reasonable estimate of actual damages and not a penalty. B. If the clause ensures that the breaching party suffers significant financial consequences. C. If the non-breaching party proves actual damages exceeded the liquidated amount. D. If both parties agreed to the clause, regardless of the amount. Answer A. If the liquidated damages amount is a reasonable estimate of actual damages and not a penalty. Explanation. A liquidated damages clause is enforceable only if it represents a reasonable approximation of the actual loss at the time of contracting and is not intended as a penalty. Restatement. Second of Contracts SS 356. Courts will strike down clauses that are excessively high and punitive. Truck Rent, Inc. v. Puritan Farms Second, Inc. 1977. Option B is incorrect because punitive provisions are generally unenforceable in contract law. Option C is incorrect because liquidated damages are enforceable even if actual damages are less, as long as they were reasonable estimate at the time of contract formation. Option D is incorrect because mere agreement does not override the requirement that the clause be reasonable. Question 7. During an emergency response where multiple areas are impacted, a city government issues an ordinance requiring businesses to temporarily close to prevent public health risks. A business sues, claiming a taking under the Fifth Amendment and seeking compensation. What is the most likely outcome under constitutional law? A. The business wins, as the ordinance constitutes a regulatory taking requiring just compensation. B. The business loses, as temporary closures for public welfare do not constitute a taking. C. The business wins, as economic losses from government actions always require compensation. D. The business loses, as governments have absolute authority to regulate businesses in emergencies. Answer B. The business loses, as temporary closures for public welfare do not constitute a taking. Explanation. Under the U.S. Constitution, a government action constitutes a taking if it deprives an owner of all economically beneficial use of their property. Lucas v. South Carolina Coastal Council 1992. However, temporary regulations imposed for public health and safety are generally not considered takings. Tahoe Sierra Preservation Council, Inc. v. Tahoe Regional Planning Agency, 2002. Option A is incorrect because not all regulations that affect property constitute a taking. Option C is incorrect because not all economic losses trigger compensation under the takings clause. Option D is incorrect because government authority is not absolute and must be balanced against property rights. Question 8. When dealing with a complex system that shows occasional inconsistencies, a financial institution implements an artificial intelligence model to detect fraudulent transactions. The system flags a significantly higher number of false positives than expected, leading to customer complaints and operational inefficiencies. The compliance team argues that stricter fraud detection is necessary to meet regulatory requirements, while the customs department insists that the policy is harming client relationships. Given these competing interests, which of the following is the best approach? A. Increase the fraud detection threshold to minimize false positives, even if it increases undetected fraud cases. B. Maintain the current system and justify the strict controls based on regulatory requirements. C. Implement a secondary review system where flagged transactions are manually checked before action is taken. D. Remove the AI model and revert to human-based fraud detection to maintain customer satisfaction. Answer C. Implement a secondary review system where flagged transactions are manually checked before action is taken. Explanation. Balancing regulatory compliance with customer experience requires a nuanced approach. A secondary review system allows for human oversight, reducing false positives while maintaining fraud detection integrity. Option A is incorrect because lowering the threshold increases fraud risks. Option B is incorrect because rigid adherence without adjustment can harm customer trust. Option D is incorrect because removing AI entirely sacrifices efficiency and security. Question 9. During a major transformation where existing methods must be reconsidered, a logistics company automates its supply chain tracking system. However, employees report frequent discrepancies between recorded and actual inventory levels, causing shipment delays. The department claims the software is functioning correctly, while warehouse managers argue the input process is flawed. What is the best course of action? A. Require manual reconciliation of all inventory records before shipment. B. Adjust the software algorithm to compensate for potential human errors. C. Conduct a process audit to determine whether the errors stem from human input or system issues. D. Remove the automated system and return to manual tracking to ensure accuracy. Answer C. Conduct a process audit to determine whether the errors stem from human input or system issues. Explanation. An audit helps identify the root cause of discrepancies, ensuring that corrective action targets the actual problem. Option A is incorrect because it introduces inefficiencies. Option B is incorrect because adjusting the algorithm without diagnosing the issue may worsen errors. Option D is incorrect because eliminating automation ignores potential benefits. Question 10. In a situation where resource allocation becomes a critical issue, a hospital is experiencing a shortage of essential medical supplies. The purchasing department orders in bulk to address future needs, but the finance team warns that excessive stockpiling could strain the budget. The medical staff emphasizes the necessity of uninterrupted supply. What is the most effective resolution? A. Implement a just-in-time JIT inventory system to minimize storage costs. B. Establish a hybrid approach, maintaining minimum stock levels while securing supply contracts for emergencies. C. Prioritize financial constraints and reduce inventory orders until budgetary conditions improve. D. Assign purchasing decisions solely to the finance team to ensure cost efficiency. Answer. B. Establish a hybrid approach, maintaining minimum stock levels while securing supply contracts for emergencies. Explanation. A balanced approach ensures availability while managing financial risks. Option A is incorrect because JIT may fail in unpredictable demand situations. Option C is incorrect because it risks supply shortages. Option D is incorrect because financial teams alone may not consider medical urgency. Question 11. During a major transformation where existing methods must evolve to accommodate new demands, a global company is shifting from traditional in-person training to a fully digital learning management system (LMS). However, employees in certain regions have limited internet access and some senior employees are resistant to digital learning. What is the best approach for the company to ensure a smooth transition while maximizing engagement? A. Mandate immediate adoption of the new LMS and eliminate traditional training methods. B. Offer a hybrid approach that allows employees to transition gradually while providing technical support. C. Postpone implementation until all employees fully accept digital learning. D. Implement the LMS only in regions with strong internet infrastructure and maintain traditional methods elsewhere. Answer. B. Offer a hybrid approach that allows employees to transition gradually while providing technical support. Explanation. A hybrid approach allows employees to gradually adapt while receiving technical support, minimizing resistance and accessibility issues. Immediate adoption could cause frustration and disengagement, while postponing implementation C delays progress. Maintaining dual systems indefinitely D could lead to inefficiencies and inconsistencies. Question 12. When improving a process that shows unexpected results, a logistics company finds that its new automated route optimization software is causing more delivery delays than before. Some delivery drivers report being sent on longer, inefficient routes, while others find the system beneficial. What should the company do next? A. Disable the new system and return to manual routing immediately. B. Analyze data to identify patterns in route inefficiencies and adjust the algorithm. C. Fire employees who resist the new system to enforce compliance. D. Continue using the system without modification, assuming employees will eventually adjust. Answer. B. Analyze data to identify patterns in route inefficiencies and adjust the algorithm. Explanation. The best approach is to analyze performance data to refine the algorithm and correct inefficiencies. Disabling the system A disregards potential long-term benefits. Firing employees C is an extreme and counterproductive measure, and ignoring the issue D will not resolve inefficiencies. Question 13. During an emergency response where multiple areas are impacted, a healthcare organization must rapidly implement a new patient triage system due to an influx of critical cases. However, medical staff struggle to adapt to the new system under pressure. What is the most effective way to address this challenge? A. Provide just-in-time training and create quick reference guides to assist staff. B. Suspend the triage system implementation until staff are fully trained. C. Enforce strict compliance with the new system without providing additional guidance. D. Allow staff to use their judgment and disregard the new system if necessary. Answer A. Provide just-in-time training and create quick reference guides to assist staff. Explanation. Just-in-time training and reference guides support staff in real time, improving adaptability. Postponing implementation. B. Is not viable in an emergency, enforcing strict compliance. C. Without support may cause errors, and disregarding the system. D. Leads to inconsistency in patient care. Question 14. In a case where multiple parties have different objectives, an international company is developing a pricing strategy that must satisfy both budget-conscious customers and premium product buyers. Which pricing model would best balance these competing needs? A. Implement a single-tier pricing model to maintain simplicity. B. Offer a freemium model where basic services are free and premium features are paid. C. Raise prices across all products to target high-end customers only. D. Lower all prices to attract budget-conscious customers exclusively. Answer B. Offer a freemium model where basic services are free and premium features are paid. Explanation. A freemium model allows the company to attract budget-conscious users while monetizing premium features. A single-tier model A lacks flexibility, raising prices. C. Alienates budget-conscious customers and lowering prices. D. Limits profitability. Question 15. In an environment where different components must interact efficiently, a manufacturing plant integrates IoT sensors into its production line to improve efficiency. However, frequent data transmission failures lead to operational disruptions. What should the company do to improve reliability? A. Increase manual oversight and reduce reliance on IoT technology. B. Upgrade network infrastructure and implement redundant communication protocols. C. Remove IoT sensors and return to traditional manufacturing methods. D. Accept occasional failures as an unavoidable consequence of digital transformation. Answer. B. Upgrade network infrastructure and implement redundant communication protocols. Explanation. Enhancing network infrastructure and redundancy ensures stable IoT communication, reducing reliance on IoT and removing sensors. C. Negate the benefits of automation while accepting failures. D. Leads to ongoing inefficiencies. Question 16. When scaling up operations that experience significant demand fluctuations, an e-commerce company struggles with unpredictable order surges leading to delayed deliveries and stock shortages. Which strategy would best help the company handle demand fluctuations? A. Maintain a constant inventory level regardless of demand. B. Use predictive analytics to forecast demand and adjust supply chain operations accordingly. C. Avoid investing in scalable infrastructure until long-term trends are established. D. Implement price hikes during peak demand to discourage excessive orders. Answer. B. Use predictive analytics to forecast demand and adjust supply chain operations accordingly. Explanation. Predictive analytics helps the company anticipate fluctuations and optimize supply chain responses. Maintaining constant inventory may lead to shortages or excess stock, delaying investment. C. Limits scalability and raising prices. D. Risks losing customers. Question 17. While examining inconsistencies across various units, a financial services firm finds that different regional branches interpret compliance policies differently, leading to regulatory issues. What is the best way to ensure uniform compliance? A. Standardize policies and implement centralized training programs. B. Allow each branch to interpret policies as they see fit. C. Impose penalties for non-compliance without providing additional guidance. D. Conduct compliance audits but avoid enforcing standardized policies. Answer A. Standardize policies and implement centralized training programs. Explanation. Standardizing policies and training ensures uniform understanding and adherence. Allowing interpretation. B. Increases risk, imposing penalties. C. Without training is ineffective and avoiding enforcement. D. Does not resolve inconsistencies. Question 18. When developing a solution that must address opposing needs, a company must create a hybrid work policy that satisfies both employees who prefer remote work and managers who value in-office collaboration. Which policy is most effective? A. Require all employees to return to the office full-time. B. Allow employees to work remotely without restrictions. C. Implement a structured hybrid model balancing remote and in-office work. D. Let individual managers decide policies for their teams. Answer. C. Implement a structured hybrid model balancing remote and in-office work. Explanation. A structured hybrid model provides flexibility while maintaining collaboration. Mandatory in-office work. A. Limits flexibility, unrestricted remote work. B. Reduces team cohesion and inconsistent policies. D. Lead to inequities. Question 19. In a situation where formal requirements conflict with operational needs, a company faces legal restrictions that limit how it can personalize customer interactions, impacting customer satisfaction. How should the company proceed? A. Ignore legal restrictions to prioritize customer satisfaction. B. Develop compliance-friendly personalization strategies, such as anonymized data analysis. C. Abandon personalization efforts entirely. D. Challenge legal regulations in court. Answer: B. Develop compliance-friendly personalization strategies such as anonymized data analysis. Explanation: using anonymized data allows personalization while maintaining compliance. Ignoring regulations A. is illegal. Abandoning personalization C. reduces competitiveness and legal challenges D. are costly and uncertain. Question 20. During the introduction of new methods where coordination is critical, a city government is rolling out an updated traffic management system. However, conflicting priorities among transportation agencies delay implementation. What is the best way to resolve these conflicts? A. Implement the system in phases while involving all agencies in decision-making. B. Force all agencies to comply immediately without adjustments. C. Let each agency implement the system in its own way. D. Cancel the project due to lack of agreement. Answer: A. Implement the system in phases while involving all agencies in decision-making. Explanation: phased implementation with stakeholder collaboration ensures smoother adoption. Forced compliance B. causes resistance. Inconsistent implementation C. leads to inefficiencies and cancellation. D. wastes resources. Question 21. During a critical transition period where existing processes must be restructured to meet new demands, a multinational corporation is integrating artificial intelligence (AI) into its customer service operations. However, some customers express frustration with AI responses, while others appreciate the faster service. What should the company do to optimize customer experience during this transition? A. Replace all human representatives with AI to maximize efficiency. B. Offer a hybrid model where AI handles basic inquiries and human agents manage complex cases. C. Discontinue AI implementation due to customer complaints. D. Require all customers to use AI without the option to speak to a human. Answer: B. Offer a hybrid model where AI handles basic inquiries and human agents manage complex cases. Explanation: a hybrid model balances efficiency and customer satisfaction, allowing AI to handle routine inquiries while humans resolve complex issues. Fully replacing human agents A. disregards the need for personalized support. Discontinuing AI C. eliminates potential long-term benefits, and forcing all customers to use AI D. could alienate those who prefer human interaction. Question 22. In a high-stakes environment where multiple challenges must be managed simultaneously, a hospital is experiencing a sudden shortage of ICU beds due to an unexpected health crisis. At the same time, non-critical patients require ongoing care. What is the best approach to ensure optimal patient care? A. Allocate all resources exclusively to critical patients, delaying treatment for others. B. Establish a triage system to prioritize cases based on medical urgency while expanding non-critical care options. C. Discharge non-critical patients immediately to free up space. D. Maintain the standard care approach without adjusting protocols. Answer: B. Establish a triage system to prioritize cases based on medical urgency while expanding non-critical care options. Explanation: a triage system ensures that critical patients receive immediate care while still providing options for non-critical cases, such as telemedicine or outpatient referrals. Prioritizing only critical patients may cause long-term health issues for others. Immediate discharge C. without alternative can be harmful, and failing to adjust protocols D. is ineffective in a crisis. Question 23. When dealing with a complex system that shows occasional unexpected failures, an airline's automated scheduling system sometimes misallocates crew members, leading to flight delays. What is the most effective way to address this issue? A. Completely revert to manual scheduling. B. Investigate system errors, refine the algorithm, and implement a backup manual review process. C. Ignore the occasional failures as most flights remain unaffected. D. Replace the entire scheduling system with a new one without diagnosing the problem. Answer: B. Investigate system errors, refine the algorithm, and implement a backup manual review process. Explanation: refining the algorithm while maintaining a manual review process ensures both efficiency and reliability. Reverting to manual scheduling A would reduce efficiency, ignoring failures. C risks more disruptions and replacing the system. D, without diagnosing the issue, could introduce new problems. Question 24. In a multi-location scenario where consistency requirements must be upheld, a fast food chain notices variations in food quality and service speed across different locations, leading to customer dissatisfaction. Which strategy would best address these inconsistencies? A. Implement a strict centralized standard operating procedure (SOP) and provide uniform staff training. B. Allow each location to set its own quality and service standards. C. Conduct random inspections but avoid enforcing strict guidelines. D. Accept that some locations will naturally perform better than others. Answer A. Implement a strict centralized standard operating procedure (SOP) and provide uniform staff training. Explanation: standardized procedures and training ensure consistent customer experience across locations, allowing each location to set its own standards. B. Creates unpredictability, conducting inspections without enforcement. C. Is ineffective and accepting inconsistencies. D. Risks long-term brand damage. Question 25. While analyzing the root causes of sequential problems in a production line, a manufacturing company finds that frequent machinery breakdowns are leading to shipping delays and increased costs. What is the best course of action? A. Implement a predictive maintenance system to identify potential failures before they occur. B. Replace the entire production line with new machinery immediately. C. Schedule more frequent but reactive repairs only when breakdowns occur. D. Ignore the breakdowns since the production line is still operational. Answer A. Implement a predictive maintenance system to identify potential failures before they occur. Explanation: predictive maintenance minimizes downtime by proactively addressing potential issues. Replacing all machinery. B. Is costly and unnecessary. Reactive repairs. C. Increase long-term costs, and ignoring breakdowns. D. Exacerbates delays. Question 26. During an emergency response where multiple areas are impacted, a telecommunications company must quickly restore services after a severe storm disrupts power and network connectivity. What is the most effective strategy? A. Prioritize high population areas first while deploying mobile network units to rural areas. B. Restore services sequentially from the least affected to the most affected areas. C. Focus solely on urban centers and ignore rural communities. D. Wait for full power restoration before addressing network connectivity. Answer 8. Prioritize high population areas first while deploying mobile network units to rural areas. Explanation: prioritizing high population areas while deploying mobile solutions for rural regions ensures broad service restoration, restoring from least to most affected areas. B. Lacks urgency, ignoring rural areas. C. Is unethical and waiting for power restoration. D. Unnecessarily delays recovery. Question 27. While managing a hybrid approach where timing issues affect performance, a logistics company uses both human drivers and autonomous delivery vehicles, but delays occur due to coordination challenges between the two systems. Which solution would improve efficiency? A. Develop an integrated scheduling system that accounts for the strengths and limitations of both methods. B. Remove autonomous vehicles and rely solely on human drivers. C. Allow each method to operate independently without synchronization. D. Reduce overall delivery commitments to lessen delays. Answer A. Develop an integrated scheduling system that accounts for the strengths and limitations of both methods. Explanation: an integrated scheduling system optimizes coordination between human drivers and autonomous vehicles, removing automation. B. Negates efficiency gains, operating independently. C. Increases delays and reducing commitments. D. Does not address the core issue. Question 28. When implementing backup procedures across various locations, a retail chain must ensure that its point of sale (POS) systems continue functioning during internet outages. What is the most effective backup strategy? A. Install an offline mode that allows transactions to be processed and synced when connectivity is restored. B. Require all stores to suspend operations during outages. C. Implement a manual, paper-based system without syncing to the digital database. D. Accept occasional disruptions and inform customers to return later. Answer A. Install an offline mode that allows transactions to be processed and sync when connectivity is restored. Explanation. An offline mode maintains business continuity while ensuring data synchronization. Suspending operations. B. Leads to revenue loss. Manual paper-based systems. C. Create inefficiencies and accepting disruptions. D. Negatively impacts customer satisfaction. Question 29. In a situation where formal requirements conflict with operational efficiency, a pharmaceutical company faces strict regulatory controls that slow down drug development despite urgent market demand. What is the best approach to balance compliance and efficiency? They develop streamlined internal processes that ensure compliance without unnecessary delays. B. Disregard regulations to speed up development. C. Halt new drug development until regulations become more flexible. D. Seek exceptions to compliance requirements without adjusting internal processes. Answer A. Develop streamlined internal processes that ensure compliance without unnecessary delays. Explanation. Streamlining internal processes allows faster development while ensuring compliance. Ignoring regulations. B. Risks legal consequences. Halting development. C. Reduces competitiveness, and seeking exceptions. D. Does not address inefficiencies. Question 30. During a seamless transition where continuity must be maintained, a university is shifting from in-person to hybrid learning but faces resistance from faculty and students. What is the best strategy for ensuring a smooth transition? A. Provide faculty with training and technological support while gradually introducing hybrid courses. B. Force all faculty and students to adopt the new system immediately. C. Maintain traditional in-person learning only and abandon hybrid plans. D. Allow each department to implement hybrid learning at its own discretion. Answer A. Provide faculty with training and technological support while gradually introducing hybrid courses. Explanation. Training and gradual implementation facilitate smooth adoption. Forcing immediate adoption. B. Causes resistance, abandoning hybrid learning. C. Ignores modern education trends and inconsistent implementation. D. Leads to fragmentation.